Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be, I lost family and friends after the narcissistic relationship ended. I feel like a loser. What should I do? Guys, I know it's kind of a long topic, and this will be a to-the-point video. It came in from a subscriber. Remember, if you like the content, please subscribe. So, I have first-hand experience with this, and this is my insight as to the topic of the video, which is I lost family and friends after the narcissistic relationship ended. Now, I didn't lose family members, immediate family members that is, but I did lose extended family members, a lot of them. And I did lose friends. So here's my view on the whole thing. Number one, myself or you are not a loser. As a matter of fact, you're an intelligent, beautiful, bright, shining light because you're educating yourself and you're on this channel. And that is where you're meant to be right now. So forget that notion of being a loser. You're not a loser. You're beautiful. You're incredible. You're absolutely amazing. Full of so much to give to this planet. Now, getting to answer the question, family and friends that maybe you lost. I'm going to tell you this from my experience. After my discard, I went through, like I say, I'm almost 11 months out now, but during the months immediately, following the discard, I found out quickly that family members did not want to talk to me. I'm talking extended family members. They wanted nothing to do with me, and they made it very clear. And friends, although they did not reach out that much, a few friends did reach out, to be fair, but it was quite evident that they took the narcissist side, and that hurt me a lot. You see, when the discard happened, I was isolated and I was all alone in this house. We already know my story. If you're not sure about it, you can go back to videos. And one day I'll create a really long, in-depth series on it. But when this happened, I lost family members. I lost friends. I lost people that I thought would be there for me, or at least be neutral and understand exactly, actually they didn't need to understand, but just to be there for you. And I found out, no. The narcissist had already done the smear campaign. They had already talked to everybody possible and made sure that those people didn't talk to me. Why? I'll tell you why. Because they didn't want the truth to come out. They wanted their version to come out, and that's it. So they could play the victim, which they did very well, by the way. A+. You did a great job. So they could play the victim, and then they could get more supply, which I'm sure they're getting right now after they discarded me almost a year ago. You see, that's what the narcissist does. They play victim every way possible, whenever it suits them. And this is another way they do it. When the discard happens. Oh, you know, it wasn't me, it was all... Fine, no problem, all good. But getting back on track, the family and friends, the narcissist, I can assure you, contacted whomever you're thinking about and let them know in no uncertain terms that you're not the person you portrayed yourself to be. You see, they flipped the coin on you like they do in everything. They made you out to be the bad guy. They made you out to be the one that wasn't producing or wasn't doing things or whatever they made up. I actually don't want to get down that road because I really don't care anymore. But the narcissist will say and do and act any way possible to give them the supply, to get them the support. So picture a scale, like, you know, the scales of justice, 50-50, and the girl that's in the middle has blindfolded or whatever. If you picture that, and if you don't, you should Google it, check it out. The scales of justice are supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, 50-50. And you figure, like, after the trials and tribulations, whatever it is, I don't know how that goes. But the scales will flip to one side. So one side, you know, is seen in a better light than the other. Like, for example, if you commit a crime, okay, well, you're going to get busted, you're going to get in trouble, and that's the price you pay. But when you're discarded, that's not the case. You see, the narcissist gets those scales, and they tip them in their favor. Virtually, if they could get 100%, that's what they're going to do. And they will talk to everybody possible. Think about this, when you were with the narcissist, weren't they always on their smartphones, cell phones? Weren't they always talking to people, getting supply? You know what, the whole time they were doing that, they were setting you up for the discard. That's what they were doing. And that includes family members, friends, school teachers, if you're watching this. And I mean school teachers. Anybody possible, neighbors, it can be anybody. The narcissist, the whole time you were in the relationship, you were thinking that, of course you didn't know they were a narcissist, but you were thinking they were a loving, kind person Then you realize, wow, during the deval, you're like, wow, this person's not really who I thought, but you always worked on it, and you always wanted the best. That's what you did. That's what I did. When the discard happened, that changed the game. It turned everything on its head. Everything's upside down now. You're left for dead. You're left isolated. And this was the intention of the narcissist all the time. You see, what they were doing is they were grooming everybody, family, friends, everybody, to put you in a bad light during the whole relationship. Yes, they were. You didn't know it at the time. I certainly didn't know it, but that's what they were doing. They set you up. It's like one of these movies. It's like a movie where the script is written perfectly. You know what? Like I said, I don't watch movies anymore, and I never, ever will. But from my memory of movies, there's a movie called The Usual Suspects. If you remember that one from, I think, the 90s or something. Check that movie out. That's the life of a narcissist right there. It's just one person just getting everything possible, distracting everybody in the movie so no one knows what's going on. Oh my God, what is this? Who is this? I don't know. And then at the end, your mind is blown. You're like, oh my God, is that really the ending? It's an incredible movie. It's an incredible movie. But you should check it out. And I'm pretty sure I have that name right. Anyway, check it out and drop comments if I'm right. It's the movie with Kaiser Sose, put it that way. Whatever movie that is, that's the movie you want. And if you really think about a narcissist's life, and I'm not saying Kaiser Sose was a narcissist, but he probably was. What I'm saying is if you watch that movie, you'll be thinking, wow, my head's really getting clear. This is good. I'm feeling great. But if you really watch that movie and you get to the end, you're going to be like, oh my God, that was my relationship. That was the narcissist playing mind games with everybody, every single person they encountered. That's what they did. And at the very end, I don't want to ruin the movie for you, but you'll see what happens. You should watch that. Getting back on track, and I'm proud of myself for mentioning a movie. That took a lot for me to do, actually. Getting back on track, the family and friends that you lost, the family was your family for sure. I know my family was my family, especially, there's no especially, my extended family, my immediate family. I gave everything. I always do, I always will, and I always have. And the extended family, when they just jumped aboard the narcissist plane of destruction and flew away, that broke me. And if you're watching this video, I do mean this. I'm not a vindictive person, you should know, but seriously, shame on you. And I'll tell you why. Because you believed the narcissist, and you didn't even give me a chance. You see, you didn't contact me once. You didn't say one thing. How are you, Andrew? Are you okay? I want to hear your side of the story. No, you didn't do that, did you? You didn't. You just believed the narcissist like you always did, you always will. And let me tell you this right now. You were fooled. You were duped. The only difference between you and I is that right now you're still being duped. And I have the education and I know what happened. Sorry guys, that was a little animation, yeah, but all this stuff is hitting me again and I really need to get it out because one day these people will watch a video. I don't know when, and I actually don't care, but hopefully they'll end and watch that one because they're going to be like, oh my God, Andrew was right. And it's not about being right. It's about the truth being brought to light. So getting back on track, the family that you lost, that's painful. It hurts. I understand it, especially if they're immediate family. Or all, you know what, even not that, because you built up relationships and bonds and you spent time and you did so many great things with them. To have them just drop you like that, that shows their character. It showed it to me. I'm telling you right now, when I had without names, of course, I never mention names, but I had one phone call, and the phone call went like this. You know, Andrew, I don't think I should be talking to you. It doesn't benefit me, and the narcissist believes it's better if we don't talk. That's an actual phone call I had. Can you believe that? Yeah. So that's how bad it can be. So why, with the family and friends, we're sticking on the family now, you didn't really lose much because you lost people that were callous, uneducated, uninformed, and that are just literally flying monkeys giving the narcissist supply. That's what they are. Because if they had any backbone, if they had any intentions, any goodwill, any fortitude, any self-awareness, they would have contacted you and said, hey, are you okay? Like, is there anything I can do? I know you must be going through a difficult time. None of that happens. None of it. And I know I'm getting kind of personal here. I'll slow down. With the friends are different. If you've had friends for a long period of time and they just ghost you and they're gone, they weren't really your friends in the first place. I experienced that too. With so many people, I can't even tell you. I'm at the point now, 11 months out, I actually don't even want to see these people because I don't care. Because they didn't check in on me. They just listened to the narcissist. Or maybe they just said, I don't want to get involved. And I don't think it behooves me to get involved. And that's fine. Totally respect that. I applaud that. But there's nothing wrong with a quick comment, quick text, phone call. Hey, are you all right, Andrew? I know you're going through a difficult time. Like, do you want to grab a coffee? Because back then, I could have used an awful lot of help. And guess what? Every light was turned off. Every window curtain was drawn. Every front door was locked. Cell phone numbers didn't exist. Nobody had time for me. And I'm sure nobody had time for you. And I'm not trying to trigger people. I'm just letting you know. So the people that you lost, they weren't of value to you. You thought they were of value, but they weren't. They were just people. Just going about life, living their life, not aware or not understanding what another human being can do to help another human being. And it's a shame, it really is. I'm going to end the video. I just want to let you know, number one, you're not a loser, so I wouldn't use that term. I'm not telling you what to do, but I don't use any negative connotations whatsoever. I don't. I'm a positive person. You should be too. Number two, think of yourself as a brave, energetic, beautiful human being. Someone that went through this and someone that can prosper from it, because you understand things that most people on this planet never will. You're on a totally different level of awareness. You really are. I am. And the more you put into yourself, the more you'll understand it. And three, and finally, I hate to say this is going to be a little tough love, but it's how I feel. The past is the past. It's over. It's done. I don't ruminate. I don't think about it. I just don't. I think about the here and now, creating this video, hopefully helping you and many other people out. I think about exactly what I can do to benefit myself and this planet, and how to share my experiences, my insight, and how to learn from you guys. That's what I do. I have no more time for these fake friends, family members that hurts. But I don't have any time for them anymore. I don't. I gave them more than ample amount of time to contact me. And you may say, before I close this, you may say, well, Andrew, why didn't you contact them? I couldn't. I tried. I was blocked every way possible. Not blocked like you can't call, but the narcissist had already contacted them and told them, he's out. No, don't do it. And each and every one of them listened. Like tiny little cockroaches, they all listened. Okay, whatever the Pied Piper says, which is the narcissist, that's what I'm gonna do. Because you know why? That's what I do. That's how I get my supply. That's how I live my life. Guys, it was a little bit of an animated video. I'm gonna slow down. I love you all. I hope you liked the video. I love doing it. From beautiful Costa Rica, this is Andrew. God bless you. Keep sending me video ideas. I will create as many as I possibly can. I love you. Namaste.